Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have the inauguration of a new branch of the CNSS dedicated to companies by the Prime Minister Abdelkader Kamil Mohammed. For the international scene, COVID-19, the British variant, continues to spread around the world. Welcome to our newsroom. Prime Minister Abdelkader Kamil Mohammed officially inaugurated on Wednesday, 20 January 2021, a new branch of the CNSS dedicated exclusively to companies in the heart of the business district of Place Lagarde. The ceremony took place in the presence of several members of the government, namely the Minister of Labour, Administrative Reform, Ismail Ibrahim Roble, the Minister of Budget, Abdul Karim Aden Sher, the Minister of Energy in charge of Natural Resources, Yunus Ali Gedi, about 50 employers and representative of economic operation, a local and modern enterprises cluster located at few blocks away from the Djibouti Chamber of Commerce. The CNSS Enterprise Pole brings together the various activity related to employers and self-employed workers. These include the collection services, those in charge of employers' affiliation, as well as the various units for portfolio management, advice and support for employers and entrepreneurs. Everything has been designed to provide a quality service to users. The acquisition of this structure last June by the CNSS is a good investment, and I would like to thank all the people who honored us with their presence at this ceremony, said the General Director of CNSS. She also stressed that this structure aims to bring us closer to the employers in order to offer them quality services in a pleasant setting, added the General Directors of CNSS. Indeed, the layout of spaces merges with the comfortable furniture that provides a feeling of relaxation. The open reception areas, counters, and glassed-in offices are perfectly adapted to the various services and offer. This branch is an innovative concept which is part of the policy of modernization of administrations that will allow employers to evolve in better conditions, said. The Minister of Labour in charge of administration reforms, Ismail Ibrahim Roble, said that this branch is an innovative concept which is part of the policy of modernization of administration that will allow employers to evolve in better conditions. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Government spokesman Mahmoud Ali Yusuf paid a courtesy visit this morning to the Embassy of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in Djibouti, where he was received by the ambassador of the custodian of the two holy mosques of Djibouti, Mr. Abdul Aziz bin Abdullah Al Madar, and his closest collaborator. At the beginning of the visit, the head of the Djiboutian diplomacy signed the guest book at the embassy, appreciating the depth of fraternal relations and joint cooperation existing between the Republic of Djibouti and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Afterwards, Minister Mohammed Ali Yusuf discussed with the Saudi ambassador in Djibouti the ways and means of strengthening relations and bilateral cooperation between the two brotherly countries and the evolutions of the situation in the Horn of Africa. The director of the Arab Department of Foreign Affairs, Mohammed Douale Waliye, and the Consul Omar Hussein Abdullahi participated in this meeting. For his part, the ambassador, in an interview given to national television, the Saudi ambassador to Djibouti, Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz Al Matar, expressed his thanks and gratitude to the head of the Djibouti diplomacy for this visit, while at the same time underlining the good and close relations between Djibouti and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Ambassador Abdul Aziz bin Abdullah Al Matar also affirmed the Kingdom's willingness to consolidate joint cooperation between the two countries to achieve the aspirations of the two brotherly peoples. For his part, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, said that this visit is part of the ongoing contacts between the two countries to strengthen fraternal relations and discuss the latest development, especially in the region. The Minister of Women and Family, Mumin Ahmed Hassan, accompanied by the Minister of Health, Muhammad Warsama Diriye, the Secretary General of the National Union of Djiboutian Women, Fatouma Moussa Abdi, and the Prefect of Arta, Mohamed Sheikh Hassan, cut the inaugural ribbon on an early learning center for children under 5 years and their families in Damerjog, within the framework of the Early Childhood Development Policy. This Early Childhood Development Center program is based on the idea of providing and offer integrating education, care, family support, and health opportunities for children and parents, noting that the ministry plans to multiply these type of structures in order to have a significant impact in human capital development by 2035, present at the inauguration, where the Minister of Women and Family, Mumin Ahmed Hassan, the Minister of Health, Muhammad Warsama Diriye, the Prefect of Artas Region, Mohamed Sheikh Hassan, the Sub-Prefect of Damerjog, Abdi Shakib Noor, and the Secretary General of UNFT, Fatouma Moussa Abdi, and the Deputy Representative of UNICEF in Djibouti, Mr. Alexandra Ilmer. The Sub-Prefect of Damerjog, Mr. Abdi Shakur Noor, wished to thank all the personalities who came to this event, particularly the Minister Mumin Ahmed, for the commendable efforts and the successful completions of the realization of this center, which will contribute to the development of Damerjog region. For his part, the Minister of Women and Family, Mumin Ahmed Hassan, said for her part, within the framework of the Early Childhood Development Policy, this Early Childhood Development Center program is based on the idea of providing and offer integrating education, care, family support, and health services from central access point, which is a very factor in guaranteeing better opportunities for children and parents. Under the chairmanship of the Honorable Kaltoum Farah Saeed, the Committee on Legislation, General Administration and Human Rights, extended to the Committee for Social Development and Environmental Protection, met this Wednesday, January 2021, to analyze the following draft law on the creation and implementation of Directorate for the Control of Occupation of Public Spaces. The second bill relating to the transformations of the National Tourist Office of Djibouti and the creations of the National Tourist Agency, ANT. This enlarged training session took place in the presence of the Minister of Town Planning and Environmental Tourism, Mr. Mohamed Abdul Qadir Musa, and the Minister of Housing, Ms. Amina Adan Abdi, with the enlightened of senior executive of their respective ministerial departments. An important meeting took place this morning at the Djibouti Tower International Free Trade Zone on the theme of making Djibouti an air-sea logistics hub for the region, combining the expertise of Djibouti in the port and Ethiopian Airlines in the air with Air Djibouti. The meeting was attended by the President of Port and Free Zone Authority, Mr. Wakar Umar Hadi, the Ambassador of the Federal and Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Birhanus Gaye, the General Manager of Air Djibouti, Abdurrahman Ali Abdullahi, and the representative of Ethiopian Airlines in Djibouti, Mr. Joseph Bele, as well as the representative of China Merchant Group, He Fei. Due to its geostrategic position, Djibouti enjoys an important competitive advantage to serve today ever increasing air-sea traffic, which is of particular interest to African importer of high value added products, as is twice as fast as maritime transport and half as expensive as pure air transport. It should be noted that more than 850,000 tons of goods destined for Africa are transshipped from sea to air transport via Dubai, more than half of which comes from China. On Monday, January 18, 2021, Colonel Wais Omar Bogore, Commander of the Coast Guard, welcomed in the premises of the General Directorate of the Coast Guard the Embassy of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to the Republic of Djibouti. Colonel Abdullah Shar Al-Qab, in the presence of the Coast Guard officers, Colonel Wais Omar Bogore welcomed Colonel Abdullah Shar Al-Qab, the defense attaché of the Embassy of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to the Republic of Djibouti, before giving him a brief presentation of the various missions of maritime security, safety, the facilities and equipment of the Djiboutian Coast Guard. During this reception, the two officials raised several points in the file of maritime security and safety of the Red Sea area and Bab el-Mandeb. The commander of the Coast Guard and the defense attaché of the Embassy of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to the Republic of Djibouti had fruitful and constructive exchanges, stating the need for good cooperation and collaboration between the two countries within the framework of training in the field of maritime science for Coast Guard staff. Second day of the National Social Action Week, also as part of the National Social Action Week 2021, whose theme is for a more resilient population, was launched in Ali Adde in the Ali Sabih region. A delegation composed of the Secretaries General of the Ministry of Affairs and Solidarity, Social Affairs Solidarity, the Ministry of Decentralization, Ms. Ifrah Ali Ahmed and Muhammad Issa Faraj, the Director of Population, Mr. Ahmed Umar Jama, as well as the Director of Operation Entrepreneurship Center, was welcomed by the regional authority of the city of Ali Sabih, namely the Prefect of the city, Musa Adan Migane, as well as the President of the Regional Council, Umar Ahmed Wais, with the Member of Parliament of the region. As soon they arrived, the festivity started with the presentations of a stand, social and economic works carried out by the Ministry of Social Affairs Solidarity through its executing agency ADDS inhibited in the Regional Council compound. This work concerned, among other things, access to basic social service, access to water, electricity, access to health care, promotion of self-employability of young people and women, socio-economic infrastructure and material facilities carried out over the last 10 years. This was followed by the folklore animations and dances performed by the young people of Ali Sabih region, especially young people with the special needs who made the ceremony vibrate with songs. Speeches by the regional authorities followed, and the parliamentarian who did not fail to thank the population for their warm welcome. The prefect of Ali Sabih, Mr. Musa Adan Migane, said that the social programs highlighted, such as the PNSF program, Forge, and FDC certificate, were then presented to the various committees that participate in the targeting of community within the framework of these programs. The Director of Population, Mr. Ahmed Omar Jama, aimed to highlight progress and achievements in the interior regions and to make a mark on population and rural development. For his part, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Decentralization, Mohamed Isa Faraj, has indicated the access to basic social services, access to water, electricity, access to healthcare, promotion of self-employability of young people and women, socio-economic infrastructure and market facilities carried out over the last 10 years, he said. The Secretary General of the Ministry of Social Affairs Solidarity, Ifrah Ali Ahmed, said the social programs highlighted, such as PNSF program Forge and the FTC certificate, were then presented to the various committees that participate in the targeting of community within the framework of these programs. Balbala University campus hosted this morning in the main hall of the amphitheater a ceremony of presentation of the second tome of a book entitled Ayareb 2, organized by the faculty officials. The literary event brought together dean of the faculty, academics, storytellers, and lovers of the literature. Dance and admiring audience listened attentively to the sharpest exchanges and literary criticism of Ibrahim's work presented by author himself. A brief, short, and precise presentation was made by the writer Ibrahim Ahmed Ali, and then followed by the head of the faculty, Mr. Abdurrahman Yassin Ahmed, who let us be fueled by the rhythm of his incessantly convinced voice on the importance and universal scope of the books. The dean also took the opportunity to tell us an anecdote about the true success stories of Anthony Robbins, an American writer, a best-selling author, a coach, and an expert in motivations, and this book entitled The Unlimited Power, which tell the incredible and extraordinary stories of the great personalities who have marked the history of humanity, the strategy for success, the belief to adopt the ideals and concepts that have the power to transform people's lives. Within the framework of the Program for the Promotion and Protection of Human Rights, UNFT, in collaboration with UNICEF, is organized a training workshop on capacity building for Community Management Committee in Dakhel region, Yoboki and As'ila. The two-day training will enable participants to improve their knowledge and the role, tasks, and responsibility of each and everyone, and the importance of the common objective of the CGCs that unite them. We thank the Community Management Committee for their participation and mobilization to carry out the activity. We also thank UNICEF for the traditional partnership. For the international scene, the United States prepares for Joe Biden's swearing ceremony. January 2021 marks the end of Donald Trump's presidential term and the inauguration of his rival Joe Biden. The Democrat former Vice President of Barack Obama and his running mate Kamala Harris will take the path of office today at a ceremony at the Capitol, the seat of the U.S. Congress in a barricaded Washington, D.C. For the first time in 150 years, the outgoing president will not be present at the ceremony, nor will Donald Trump welcome Joe Biden to the White House when he arrives. It is only at noon local time, 8 p.m. in Djibouti, that Joe Biden will officially become the 46th president of the United States, and at an inauguration ceremony to be held on a large stage facing the vast esplanade of the National Mall. To prevent an incident from spoiling the party, the city of Washington, D.C. has been barricaded, fences, barbed wire, and watch showers have been deployed. The National Guard has mobilized 25,000 men, more than the total number of the troops currently stationed in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria. They must protect a large red zone from the capital, where Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be sworn into the White House. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.